My name is Kirti. I'm a partner with Brick Eagle. So today we'll be speaking about the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is the first step of the current government in their mission of housing for all. See, the policy itself provides various SOPs and subsidies to address the housing requirement of urban India, and they have presented this across 4 verticals. The first one is an interest rate subsidy, which they call it as the credit link subsidy or the CLSS. The second one is they have taken a PPP approach, wherein they invite private players to come and partner with government and provide some sort of a subsidy or a SOP to such a PPP project, which is focused on affordable housing. And thirdly, they have something for slum redevelopment. And the fourth one is where the individual herself builds her own home. Okay. At Brick Eagle, what really is relevant to us and our developers is the first scheme, which is the credit link subsidy. Now, what is this credit link subsidy or the CLSS all about? See, in simple words, it is an interest rate subsidy given to all the home buyers that are eligible under the scheme. Okay, so what is the eligibility? First of all, they have to be from an economically weaker section or a low income segment group, which again is defined as somebody earning less than rupees 3 lakhs or less than rupees 6 lakhs a year. And they shouldn't have availed of any other housing related benefits in the previous schemes. There's a third restriction which also defines that the house size itself has to be less than 30 square meters for EWS and 60 square meters for the LIG segment. Okay. Now let me illustrate this by an example. Rajeshri is a maid. She earns about 10,000 rupees. Her husband is a mechanic. He earns about 15,000 rupees. So 25,000 in a year, they make about 3 lakhs a year. So they fall under, they are an ideal beneficiary here. They've not bought a house before. So they've not availed of any subsidies as such. So recently they have identified a house in Karjat. They saw that it costs about 9 lakhs 20,000. Okay. So now she is, considering buying that house. So the way for her to get this subsidy is she has to take a loan. In any case, she doesn't have enough money to put upfront. So she will necessarily take a loan. In fact, as much possible. Banks and HFCs today give more than 90-95% of the total house value as the loan. So she approaches one of the several HFCs that are there in the market today. There are also some banks which are giving. Some of these HFCs are Housing Finance, Home First Finance, Muthoot, Micro Housing Finance, Aspire, Tata Capital. There are plenty of them. Similarly, there are some of the mainframe banks, Yes Bank and Axis Bank being the top 2 that come to my mind, which have products designed specifically for somebody like Rajeshri and her family. Somebody who's in the unorganized sector, who gets a cash salary, for whom it's difficult to find out how much they make. So there are some good Samaritans who are lending to these people. So she goes to them and they give her a housing loan. So after that, what happens is, today she would avail of a loan at interest rates of about 12 to 14%. So that is the prevailing loan for such a customer. Let's assume in our case, she will get a loan at say 12.5% per annum. Now let's add the benefit to that. So government gives us 6.5% interest subsidy. So what this means is her loan, which is at 12.5%, now comes to her only at 6%. Okay. So government could actually give her a subsidy every month, right? But they have thought through this and they've gone a step ahead. Instead of doling out subsidy every month, they just NPV all the subsidy for the next 15 years and give it to her as an upfront one-time subsidy, right? So let's say she takes a loan of 6 lakhs and hence the applicable, I've just calculated this, it comes to around 2.2 lakhs. Okay, so what does this mean? Her house, which was costing her 9.2 lakhs, today costs only 7 lakhs. That's like a massive 24% subsidy, right? So the most beautiful thing about this scheme is it's working. See, there are a lot of schemes that come. Often because of the implementation challenges, they don't really take off. Whereas this is working like a charm. I know of at least 70 of our own customers, a lot of them in DBS in Gujarat, across a few projects in Ahmedabad and now in Baroda very soon, and Platos customers in Pune. So at least 70 of them I know have availed this benefit. It has come to their account, so we know it works. Even previously the governments tried to do something. Unfortunately, for whatever implementation reasons, they were not successful. But I'm glad that this is working, and I'll be very happy to see a lot of our other customers also to receive this benefit. Thank you.